Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is slightly different. There's no stay-at-home photography involved. It's more of just a chat between me and you, catching up on a few things, and I just kind of felt like I wanted to get a few things off my chest. I've got three main things that I want to chat about today, all to do with the COVID-19 pandemic, how I've been working during that, what's changed work-wise, how we've been living during it all, and also the effect that it's had on my mental health. You might have seen my previous mental health video from about 18 months ago now. If you haven't, I'll link to it up there. So, yeah, I'm much in the same boat as many other people, really. I work for myself. Fortunately, let's get this out of the way first, I will receive, hopefully, some government help, some government aid through like financial aid. My work has dropped off. A lot of my clients, I offer, I've got a few arms to my business, but the sort of bread and butter is working with smallish clients on social media and content and blogging, that kind of thing, to improve their online presence. I'd say about 80% of them have stopped trading, ceased trading, or paused my services because they are not being able to make money. So there's no point in me, that they can't offer their services because they're not an essential business. So they stop trading. So there's no point in them paying me to promote their businesses. So that kind of works out well with the 80% that I should get from the government. I'm still working on about 20% of my clients. I've got some really good clients who pay on time and they've stuck by me. Some have even thrown me even more work. This pandemic has given them more to talk about, should I say. One of them is an app, and they map air quality, and there's a connection between the coronavirus and air quality, air pollution. So I'm doing a lot more talking and sharing about reports coming out off the back of that and that kind of stuff. So as well as the content side of stuff and the social media kind of stuff, I run my own finance blog, which is now at the position where it's earning a little bit of money fairly often. I can now, my domain authority is high enough that I can start charging for content to go on there, backlinks and stuff like that. So that's another area where I'm getting a little bit of a trickle of money and a bit of income to pay for the stuff that I'll get onto in a minute. As well as that, I get a tiny fraction of money from YouTube from these videos. On average, I'd say I get maybe 50 cents per video over its lifetime. Not very much, depending on how well they're received and what viewing numbers they get. I really should have turned on the Storm Kira adverts, the adverts on that Storm Kira video, because it got 10,000 views, and I only realised after all those views that the ads weren't on. But it's the nature of the beast. We live and we learn. So as well as all that, I've just kind of been doing my own stuff, sort of using this as an opportunity, because so often it can be a bit of a busman's holiday to work on your own bits and pieces. Once I've done blogging all day for clients, do I really want to start blogging for myself? So I'm sort of using that extra time that I've been sort of gifted to improve my website, improve my connections with people, catch up with old clients, and yeah, just sort of improve my online presence a little bit more. So hopefully when all this is finished, I'm in a better position to move forward. Even simple things like clearing the desktop on your computer, which it was just a right state, I've sorted that out. I've got so much more space now on my computer, so it should work a little bit better as well. So that's kind of where I am with work. I'm not feeling that motivated, really. It's a bit difficult. I think the photography side of stuff has always been something that has pulled me out, because I work for myself from home. If I didn't have photography, I probably wouldn't leave the house very much, and now I'm at this position where I can't leave the house very much. I'm missing that sort of that thing that usually drew me out and pulled me outside, which is photography, as much as I'm enjoying dabbling in little bits at home. So living wise, obviously I'm slightly worried about finances. I'm not that worried. Obviously we've got to wait as a self-employed person who is getting backing. I know there'll be people out there who will not be eligible. I know plenty of them who won't be eligible for government funding for many different reasons, and my thoughts are with them because it's not a great position to be in, especially if you've just started up a business and then you get hit with this. It's a nightmare. So fortunately, I'm very, very blessed to be able to get some government funding in June, but obviously that's a way off for now. Being at home, having the kids at home, we are obviously not going out. There's no money going on days out or popping to the cafe or anything like that. But what I have noticed is that we're spending a lot of money on food. That's the only real pleasure, I suppose, getting the food delivery, if you can get a food delivery. We did a click and collect yesterday. My wife went and got it. But just adding a few little treats into that makes the day pass a little bit better. You know, a few crunchy bars or a nice beer or something. And the kids are enjoying different things, but they're eating so much. So we're spending quite a bit of money on food, but it kind of balances out with not going out and stuff like that. Living wise, we're doing a lot of homeschooling with the kids. We've taken the last week off as an Easter holidays and yesterday as well, but they're sort of going to slowly get back into this. The weather's been great, so we've been spending a lot of time in the garden doing a bit of gardening, and we've had the paddling pool out, and it's just been nice to spend time with the kids when I haven't been working. My eldest made me this bracelet out of paper clips, which I'm proudly sporting, and it's just nice to have a bit more family time, not running around, not getting them to appointments and swimming and getting them ready for school and having those ever increasing battles to get somewhere by a certain time. We're all here, we're all surviving. It's odd not being able to go out and see people or just pop out and do stuff. The other day I'd put the recycling out and all the cardboard got knocked over and it was all the way down the street. So that's actually the furthest I've been. Someone knocked on the door and said, "Oh, your cardboard's floating down the road." And that's the furthest I've been away from the house. I've been out in the garden, I've been on the drive doing my supermoon video, but I hadn't actually left the premises that we own for 4 weeks now. So it's usual for me to be within the confinements of the house, but knowing that I can go out if I want. I do normally go out once a day anyway, but at the moment we're in complete isolation because I didn't believe from the start when it all started kicking off that it would only affect elderly, like people were saying, and we've got a young baby and I didn't want to start bringing stuff back to an immune system that isn't fully developed. So we decided 4 weeks ago to completely lock down and isolate ourselves. Obviously my wife had to go out to get some food yesterday, but that's the only time that we've been out and I haven't left the house. So let's get on to the mental health side of the stuff. Just before Christmas, I dropped down into a valley again. I was still on my meds, still am on my meds, but I don't know what it was. I just felt down and I just dropped straight down into a valley, and lots of things came off the back of that. But I've slowly been working myself out of that, and using photography has definitely been a creative thing to keep your mind positive and to get yourself out into the fresh air and keep that physicality and activeness up. But recently I thought I would struggle a lot more during this lockdown than I am. I have had weird, I'm not going to lie about it, it's a constant battle, but it's one that I can win, and I know I can win, and I can battle back against. As I've said before on that other video, I've lost friends over my mental health, needing to step away from relationships which are toxic and needing to cut people out which don't do your mind any good. That's all well and good, because at some point you have to put self-care ahead of other things. It is a sad thing to do, but I do feel that you grow from this and you kind of support yourself with those people who are there for you and who do understand. So yeah, my mental health is slowly improving. I hope we're on that trajectory going up. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of check in and sort of give a little bit of... I'd had a few questions. How am I doing? How's work? And that kind of thing. So I just wanted to address them. And also just say, in terms of being there and connecting with people, the UTOG's Facebook page that I co-admin, today in fact, Dave Griff has updated the website, utogs.com, and there's a map on there of where everyone is in the world. It's nice to see a map that isn't covered in coronavirus symbols and stuff, and it's nice to know where everyone is from. And hopefully, even though we've had to push the big UTOGS meetup back twice now. Once because of the storm Kira, because we didn't see that it was fair to expect people to travel, and if anything did happen to anyone, we didn't want to be responsible for that. And then obviously this, we don't know, we've cancelled the rescheduled one because we don't know when this is going to slow down and stop and we'll be able to get out there again. But after all this is done, we will have a big meet up, a big celebration, and hopefully get together with all those people on the map. Not all the people on the map, but whoever wants to come and meet up off that map, which would be really good. But yeah, if you're not joined the UTOGS Facebook group, just type UTOGS into the Facebook search bar and you'll find it. It'd be great to see you on there, great to connect with like-minded photography inspired people. Yeah, I hope you are working and living during this pandemic well. I hope you're keeping safe. Feel free to contact me in any which way you fancy. I've got my Instagram and Facebook links below. I've got my email on my website. My inbox is always open to anyone and I always reply to everybody, which not a lot of people do these days. So I sort of pride myself on that because I think that's very important to say and to sort of maintain and keep up. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. Stay safe. Thanks for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, please do consider subscribing. I'll be back later this week with some more stay-at-home photography videos. And until then, stay safe and I'll see you on the next one.